Hello, hello, hello. It's Wednesdays with White time. All right, guys. So I'm just going to introduce myself again. Hello, I am LaShonda White, principal here at Renaissance Charter School at University. Uh, just a big shout out to all of you on Facebook and anybody who may be viewing this on YouTube. This is episode number 2. This is the second time that we're doing this Wednesday broadcast, and the whole purpose is just to connect with each and every one of you and to kind of let you know what's going on within the building and to answer any questions that you may have. So here we go. Now, if you are viewing at this time, I am broadcasting from a streaming service. So right above this video, there's a caption. And if you can just, if you're on Facebook, just click to allow StreamYard the opportunity to show you your comments so that I can see you comment live. Otherwise, I won't be able to see what you're typing. All right, so there's just a link right above in the description above this video. So just take a moment and allow StreamYard permission, and then I will be able to interact with you live. But thank you for making the time and for being here today. All right, so if you see me look down, I've got my trusty clipboard here. And I just made a few notes about what's going on in the school. We're in week 3 and midway through week 3, it's hump day. So, I feel like things are starting to really kind of come together. We just started NWEA testing this week, which is really exciting. For those of you who are new parents here at the school, that's how we progress monitor our kids. So our very first round of assessing with NWEA is really just to get a baseline on how the kids are doing at the start of the year. And then we will assess them again around December, January, so we can see how they've grown from the start of the year to the midpoint of the year. And then we do another assessment towards the end of the year, like April, Mayish, around April. And then we're going to see how they've grown throughout the course of the 10-month calendar year, or academic year, I should say. So that's a really exciting assessment. It's a very important assessment. The teachers take that very seriously because we utilize it at the school level to drive how we instruct your kids. It helps us to identify what their needs are and anything that we can do to make them academically successful. So we're really excited that NWEA is finally happening. We're starting to get our instructional software off the ground. So you may be hearing at home, Mom, I have to do my iReady, or I have to do my Lexia if they're in K through 2 for reading, or my Reading Plus or my Achieve 3000. Those programs are starting to get off the ground as well. And our instructional software expectations are weekly. So make sure that you understand how I got a like for that. Yes, if you're a veteran parent here, we don't play about our instructional software. So, but it really helps the kids to grow. It's research-based and it's academically proven that we see really great results from the kids when they do it with fidelity. So just make sure that you're checking up on your baby to make sure that they're taking care of that. All right, so a couple quick things. The uniform store. We are still working with our vendor. They are experiencing some shortages through the supply chain due to COVID. So just bear in mind that we're still exercising a level of grace with the uniforms. If you are not able to obtain your school uniform gear for the year, we're pretty much in communication with them weekly. So as soon as we see that resolved, then we'll send something out to you, probably through School Messenger, just to let you guys know when we're going to be like in full enforcement of the uniforms. But for now, you guys have been doing an amazing job, and we're very appreciative. Some of you have really gone through the effort of making sure that the kids are at least in a red shirt and a beige or a navy bottom, or in middle school, a navy blue shirt or a white shirt. And we appreciate that very much. So just keep up the great work, and hopefully we'll get through this little interruption. This is the first time in 10 years we've ever experienced this with our uniform vendor, but it's across the board due to COVID. So we're just going to keep pushing through. Interim reports. Interim reports are coming up on September 22nd. So a heads up for that. We also have our very first newsletter of the school year coming out very soon. That will be issued either by the end of today or tomorrow if the email hasn't already gone out. And we will also be communicating out our open house dates. Open house will be happening later this month. It will be virtual just due to COVID, guys. So just bear that in mind. We just want to make sure that we're really trying to limit any unnecessary interactions and to keep the numbers down. All right. and just making sure we're maintaining our safety protocols within the building. All right. As far as the students, I'm really proud of the kids. They've been doing a great job keeping their masks on. Remember, the kids are, if you send your child to school with a mask, we're going to enforce it. If you, because it is optional for the students here at our school, if you choose not to send your child with a mask, you may see that an adult may approach them and just say, hey, honey, where's your mask? But if we know that they are not, if we know that you have chosen, not the kids, but you have chosen for them not to wear a mask, then, you know, they won't get harassed or anything like that. But we will ask, hey, honey, where's your mask? So just bear that in mind. Oh, I see a comment here. Is there a way to recycle uniform bottoms that my kids outgrew? Absolutely. Feel free to bring those in and drop them off at the front desk. We are accepting, we will give volunteer hours for those donations as well. And we have kind of like a little stockpile of used uniforms, gently used uniforms, just in case a child has an accident or something like that. We have something for them to change into. So, and thank you for being gracious with that. We appreciate it. Let's see. If your baby is not feeling well, it happens. And every time a child is not feeling well, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's COVID related, right? Because the common cold and the flu still exists. And I believe we're still in cold season right now. So cold and flu season. So if your baby's not feeling well, keep them home, number one. And number two, make sure that you are communicating with your child's teacher and with the front desk so that we can make sure that we are sharing with you what those learning opportunities are and making sure that we're giving your family the support that they need during that period. But the most important thing is keep them home, and you've all been doing an amazing job with that. So we appreciate you for that. Oh, this is another piece. Some of you have hired offsite aftercare providers and shuttle services that come onto campus every day to pick up the kids every day. If you have hired one of those services, in order for us to just be prepared for dismissal on a daily basis, if you could contact the front desk and just make sure that the school is aware, we want to make sure those kids are properly tagged in silent dismissal and coded to those shuttles. All right, because even though we work with those offsite providers, sometimes they don't necessarily tell us who they're coming to pick up, and then it causes delays. So we just want to make sure so that we're being as efficient as possible. That we are, just all on the same page. So if you could just grant us that courtesy of letting us know, we really appreciate it. And let's see here. Aha, there was one more thing. I told you I'm looking at my clipboard here. Devices. If you happen to still have an iPad that was a UNIV issued iPad from the 2021 school year, please make sure to drop that off at the front desk. We've collected everything that we've issued at this point. There are a few stragglers out there. You know who you are, right? There are a few stragglers out there that we're still trying to collect those devices so that we can refurbish them, get them cleaned up, and get the software updated so that we can use them in the classrooms, all right? Because all of our technology has now been issued to the classroom so that the kids have something to use while they're here during the school day. So the big difference this year is they don't go home, they stay here within the school building. All right, and how about that? I went really fast today. And the last thing I want to talk about is just something that many of you may not be visible to. So we have, this is our 10-year anniversary, guys. I think I mentioned it on a live before, but this is 10 years at the U. So, thematically, we talk about 10 years strong. We also have limited edition spirit shirts that also talk about being 10 years strong here at university. So we're really proud of the fact that we're in our 10th year of operation. And as a part of our 10th year, we're actually going through a renewal of our charter. Our charter is what allows us to be in existence as a school. So it's a very important process. So I'm actually here in my office right now working on parts of that application in order to make sure that we're really highlighting the things that we are doing well as a school. so that the district and the state can review it and then approve us to continue doing the good work that we're doing here at university. So we just want to make sure that we're capturing the greatness and really highlighting what's happening within the classrooms. And it's just something to share out this entire fall. The entire school community here will be going through that renewal process and really just showing off what we're doing with the kids every day. So we're really excited about it. It's something that we go through about every 5 years or so as a school. And it's just really nice to be able to receive that feedback on what we're doing so that we can continuously grow as a school. So with that said, that's all I have for you. So I think I did pretty good on time today. So with these last few minutes that I have left, if you guys have any questions for me, just put it in the chat and I'll be happy to answer them. Otherwise, I will see you guys next Wednesday at 1. The whole goal of this, you guys have seen me in my office 2 weeks straight. So I'm going to kind of take this on location and have a little fun with this. So we may pop into a few classrooms, might even do some broadcasts from the car loop. You never know where I'm going to pop up with my phone. So if you are not liked and subscribed and you don't have your notification on when we go live here at Renaissance University, make sure you do it. Share it with a friend because knowledge is power and caring is sharing. You know what? I forgot to bring that up. Thank you, Ms. Matthews. So are the cars that turn onto Northwest 82nd Street from University Boulevard supposed to be in a single lane? So that has become an issue this year. Wasn't an issue in the past, but for some reason that's become an issue this year. I am still trying to figure out where that bottleneck is occurring from 82nd, right? But the lane that turns onto 82nd from University technically should be a single lane as they're turning on to 82nd. But once they enter the campus, that lane splits. Sometimes based upon the traffic flow, a staff member will go out and they will open up the entrance near the bank. But pretty much what we would do is we'll open it up based upon whether or not, it's causing any backups. But the goal is to try to get as many cars off of 82nd and onto the lot as possible. There seems to be some kind of a kink going on over there. So just know if you guys see myself or another staff member in that area, we're going to go out there and try to observe the problem directly so that we can start working towards a solution with that. Because we are seeing that it's starting to bottleneck over there and we're not sure really what's driving that. So thank you for bringing that up. Mr. Williams. Okay, so the new teacher in that class, let me go ahead and email you after this broadcast so that I can connect you to her and her email address. All right, so I'll take care of that. Okay, and Miss Contreras. All right, I'm going to write that down. And it looks like you need to just get looks like you guys are going to need to get some communication from that classroom directly. All right, so we will get that resolved. I will work with Mr. Gibbs on that to get something sent out to you guys today. All right, any other questions for me, guys? All right, awesome. All right, well, with that said, I'm going to go ahead and end this broadcast. I appreciate you guys taking the time to be with me and asking great questions because this is how we connect. I'm going to try not to cough, so I brought my water this time. And taking the time to connect with me, and the goal is just to be available for you anytime you need me. So with that said, we are going to conclude and go Lions.